Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Muhammad bin Khalidi from 6BME1. So today I'm gonna elaborate and explain a bit about the benefit of having ACARS in aviation industry. So for the first thing first is ACARS is known as Aircraft Communication Addressing and Reporting System. It's also a digital data link system for transmission of short messages between aircraft and ground station via airband, radio or satellite. The protocol was designed by ARINC and deployed in 1978 using the telex format. More ACARS radio stations were added subsequently by CETA. In an effort to reduce crew workload and improve data integrity, the engineering department at ARINC introduced the ACARS system in July 1978 as essentially an automated time clock system. Teledyne Controls produced the avionics and the launch customer was Piedmont Airlines. The original expansions of the aviation was ARINC Communication Addressing and Reporting System. When we talk about the ACARS or the new system in aircraft, there will be also got a lot of current issues. So for the first major downside seen with the ACARS platform is the fact that errors cannot be automatically corrected. Should an internal fault occur, the pilot, co-pilot, and any other relevant personnel are notified. They will then need to correct the problem by using manual methods or system-wide troubleshooting. During fluid situations that may represent an in-flight emergency, such as a lack of automatic correction, may adversely affect the ability to recover from an incident. As should be expected, another issue with the ACARS system is its relative integrity when compared to modern avionics packages. Even though enhanced omnibus specification have been adopted, the fact of the matter that is that massive amount of onboard cabling needs to be installed for the architecture to operate correctly. This can be a challenge not only in terms of basic maintenance issues, but such connection will dramatically affect the weight of an aircraft. Designer and manufacturer have had to consider this parameter, and it's not uncommon for technicians to be forced to work around such cabling. While there is no doubt that there are indeed some drawbacks associated with this framework, it needs to be mentioned that the ACARS system is still one of the most reliable and trusted avionics packages currently in existence. So for the point is the aircraft communication, or we call as ACARS, will not disappear in 2025 or 2050. This is because of the IPS. IPS is a new network infrastructure under development by the SAE International Airing Industry Activities IPS Subcommittee. It is based on an Internet Protocol IP using commercial off-the-shelf, known as COTS, products to supply air-to-ground aeronautical safety service communications. Whereas ACARS is aviation specific, IPS will use the multiple line of sight and beyond lines of sight subnetwork that operates in the protected spectrum allocated by the International Telecommunication Union, which is known as ITU and ICAO, for safety services including Inmarsat Swift Broadband, Iridium Certus, Aeromax, Future Satcom, and L-band digital aeronautical communication system. This is effectively the multi-link ACARS concept described by CETA, the industry of other ACARS service provider. What is important to note that is IPS will have the backward compatibility with ACARS. In fact, so the benefit of having the ACARS is the ACARS interface with flight management system FMS, acting as the communication system for flight plans and weather information to be sent from the ground to the FMS. This enables the airline to update FMS while in flight and allows the flight crew to evaluate new weather conditions or alternative flight plans. ACARS is used to send information from the aircraft to ground station about the condition of the various aircraft systems and sensor in real time. Maintenance faults and abnormal events are also transmitted to ground stations along with detailed messages, which are used by the airlines for monitoring equipment health and to be better plan repair and maintenance activities. A major function of ACARS is automatically detect and report the start of each major flight phase, called OOI, events in the industry, which means as out of the gate, off the ground, on the ground, and into the gate. These events are detected using input from aircraft sensor mounted on doors, parking brakes, and struts. At the start of each flight phase, an ACARS message is transmitted to the ground describing the flight phase, the time at which it occurred, and other related information such as the amount of fuel on board or the flight origin and destination. These messages are used to track the status of aircraft and crews. Moving on to the economic relation, as connected to the operation improve efficiency and reduce costs, the airline industry is expected to see annual saving of around $15 billion. At the same time, this new generation aircraft generate up to 4 times the amount of aircraft communications addressing, which is known as ACARS, data than their predecessors, leading to cost and congestion increases that reduce the overall operational gain. In response, airlines are now looking for new ways to improve throughput and reduce this cost by sending particular messages over different media. ACARS over IP, which is known as AOIP, is the newest option for these communications. AOIP harnesses the advantage of ACARS while also utilizing the ground availability and decreasing cost of broadband cellular connectivity on the ground, and IP-capable SATCOM connectivity when airbound. The specific mechanism vary by aircraft and the type of system used, but in general standard, ACARS 618 messages are encapsulated in IP messages between the aircraft and ground-based message handlers for processing. AOIP provides the ability to offload the growing volume of airline operation communication known as AOC, ACARS information from VHF, HF and narrow band safety services SATCOM to broadband connectivity. Engine and aircraft ACARS data has grown 25% to almost 75% between new and older generation aircraft. Sending this data over ACARS over IP will help alleviate network congestion and manage cost efficiencies. Dispatch critical or air traffic services, which is known as ATS, will continue to be sent over VHF and narrow band safety services SATCOM. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.